Hey everybody, Dan here with Pain Free You. Today I wanted to talk about this concept, and it's kind of a fun one. Are you adding sound effects to your symptoms? So I'll get to that in a minute. Breathe in the peace, exhale the noise. Breathe in the calm, exhale the chaos. Breathe in the strength, exhale the weakness. You can make up a bunch of these. And I actually have one called Breathe. And it's like 8 minutes of me doing something similar to that, set with beautiful backdrop from the lake. So go to YouTube and search Pain Free You Breathe, and you will find it. So, are you adding sound effects to your symptoms? And what I mean by that is the moans, the groans, the mumbles, the grumbles, the screams, the cries, the ow, oh, that hurt, oh, right? Sound effects. Ask yourself, do I add sound effects? Now look, I just want to be extremely clear. You get a sharp jolt, you're going to make an ouch. Oh. The question is whether or not you make sound effects every time you move, or sit, or stand, or walk, or do anything that has in the past created symptoms. Because I think if you're adding like an and whatever else you might make, it's not a message of safety. It's just not. The sound effects we often make confirm, something bad's happening. I wish it would stop, right? And sometimes we don't even know we're doing it. I mean, I used to, spend a bit of time on the couch, and when I would stand up, it would be like, right? Because when I would straighten out my back after sitting for a while, it would hurt a lot. And I would make sound effects. I would make sound effects often. Getting in and out of the car. Oof. There was always that, oof. And one, just start to notice, are you adding sound effects to your symptoms? If you're not sure, ask your people you're living with or around you who know you. Do I make noises? Oh yeah. Every time you get in bed, out of bed, sit down, stand up, walk. All right. Sound effects. Are you adding them to your symptoms? Because what that's doing is adding a layer of perceived danger to your experience. Now, what would happen if you started making fun, silly, positive sound effects? Whee! Or something silly, something stupid. Woohoo! Here we go! Yeah! Right? Play with this. Because I can guarantee you the oof, ouch is not helping. It's natural. It's normal. I did it for a long time. But just start to notice, do you make these sound effects? And I did a video on this topic years ago. And it was kind of fun, and people commented on it. But people noticed. They said, when I stopped making the sound effects, I wasn't as dramatic about my own experience with the symptoms. I mean, it's a subtle thing, but it can be one of those little shifts and adjustments you can make that can begin to accumulate with many of the other things that you're working on, and it can make a difference. So notice, are you making sound effects along with your symptoms? And if you are, either notice and make a decision to not make the noises, or flip it around. Maybe a quick encouragement. I'm good. I got this. You know, you can wince. You can't stop the initial reaction to the pain, the ouch. But what you do afterwards makes sense. And sometimes the sound effect, elicits a question from somebody around you. Are you okay? Then you get into, no, it really hurts. Next thing you know, you're talking about your symptoms. Not beneficial. What we want to do is minimize the amount of time and attention we place on the symptoms. And if you're always making moaning and groaning, why are you doing that? How is that helping? So I'm going to encourage you to notice your sound effects, perhaps stop them, or replace them with silly fun. Whee! Here we go. Upbeat. Or even just a simple statement that says, I'm good. Got this. No biggie. Don't care. Right? And play around with this and notice the difference mentally and emotionally. One of my success stories, I think, used to call their symptoms darling. When she would notice a symptom, she'd be like, oh, hello, darling. You're here? Kind of playing with it. Making light of it. Because if you take this as serious as anything, you're adding dread and seriousness and severity and more perceived danger. So play with it. I know it doesn't make you feel like playing with it, but if you got to have the symptom, you may as well see if you can encourage it to go away by not adding these moans and groans and complaint sound effects. So, hope this makes sense. A little bit fun. Notice, am I making sound effects? If so, take note. See if you can switch that. And if you're making sound effects that are screaming in terror, you're just confirming your brain's belief that you are in danger. But you're not. The brain's sounding these alarms. And please don't misunderstand. I know how severe symptoms can be. But I can assure you that the sound effects and the screams of terror, they're not beneficial. My catchphrase is, nobody ever got better by freaking out. Nobody. So, take that to heart. Notice your sound effects. Play with more fun, silly types of sounds. Comment below. Let me know what you're coming up with. And as usual, folks, I will see you tomorrow. Love you.